don't know if any of you have ever seen this movie called Psycho.
Zwit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Watch
I
Mojo
have.
actually mentions this movie almost all the time when they talk about some of the greatest movies of all time. By the way, this is the same actor who was in Sam Raimi films, like the guy in Multiverse of Madness who was beating himself up. I think this is this the one?
No, it can't be him. It's not him.
Oh no, this
Are
is
you
not
saying?
him. Sorry, I'm
Yeah, yeah,
confusing it
yeah.
with I think Evil Dead. Ne? Is that?
What's his name now? Yeah, what's his name now? What's that man name? He was supposed to be Mysterio in the Raimi films.
Yes. Sorry, my mistake.
Jeez.
My mistake.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway. Well, Buckmeister, what do you think? Do you
Well, no,
know?
I haven't seen this one. I know of it, but I have not seen it. I mean, I'm not a psycho. I've I've seen memes of this thing. The whole child movie. What was that? What was that? Point I haven't seen it.
Pardon?
Saying point being, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. No problem. Tevelo, what do you think? Have you seen it?
Bella?
Right?
Tevelo, are you there?
Oh, hi.
Oh,
There was
you
Yeah.
look
some
so
connection
first.
drama. Zack Snyder
Have you seen
is
it?
still attacking me. No, no, I haven't seen it particular, but I've seen a movie about it. There's a lovely movie featuring Alfred Hitchcock in his development of this movie, and it was
Oh,
a
this is Alfred Hitchcock. Okay.
yeah, and it's a wonderful case study about how he managed to market this movie and got it through customs because back that time the level of prohibitions were crazy, so they could only afford to give him, I think. Am I? Hi.
Yo,
Hey. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Is
But
Zack
please
Snyder
continue.
again?
guys, can you apologize for Snyder now? I'm tired.
I don't know what
Never.
happened.
The
So
Snyder
that thing
stamp,
affected
the Snyder
that thing
stamp are
affected
here.
all of us. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The Snyder stamps don't discriminate, Chief. They attack they're like nuclear bombs. They attack everything.
It's Snyder. He's made an
Yeah, they're
alliance
making
with
the
Elon
roaches
Musk,
sad.
Kathleen Kennedy. Okay, our list of enemies has grown wide indeed. Anyway,
Sorry, you were saying?
oh, I was saying that it's a case study of how he managed to market this movie to get the cinemas filled out because he mortgaged his own home to make sure the movie goes through.
Yeah, they used to do the Disney did something similar for Pinocchio, I think.
So
That's
what
crazy.
happened was that he released a series of articles telling people that the nature of this movie is so scary that you should only watch it during the day. He recommends that you some crazy list of things that made the movie sound so hectic that everybody wanted to watch it. It was a nice reverse psychology level of marketing that Alfred Hitchcock did, and it was one of those things that got me going. So it was a few fun things that
Wow.
I learned from that movie. Like the actor back then at the time was suspected for being one of us.
Oh, all right.
Because they did expect him to actually wear his mom's dress and everything while doing the murder. So that's how. Oh, are you supposed to go into spoilers?
Look, go as much as you possibly
Now,
can
how
because it's your
old
take.
is this?
It's your take of
This
the
movie
film.
is old as F, so
Yeah,
it's
we're not
pretty
reviewing it.
good.
We're just giving your take on it, basically. We're not reviewing
Uh,
the entire film. That's what we're saying.
okay, so
So,
I can,
yeah.
so, okay, so the murder, in the very, and that's the thing. There's another subversion because it starts with a character who did underwent some sort of adultery. She's feeling guilty. She goes for a drive. She goes to this quote unquote B&B with this weird guy, who then as the movie goes on, right in the middle of the movie, curtains open while she's taking a shower. This woman stabs her to death. Turns out that this woman was this guy dressed in his mom's outfit and it really started a trend.
Oh,
Wait,
Suspense
is
was
this the
something.
that started that whole shower trope? That's
Yes,
That's what I
Suspense
was
trope.
Yeah.
saying. That's what I know. That's what I know it for.
that's
Ah.
Like I've not seen this movie, but I know there's this thing of showers and and people were scared to shower at night by themselves or whatever the case was.
and all the
Mhm.
screaming and everything. It was brilliant. Well, it was brilliant at that time. And the documentary showed how Hitchcock was enjoying the scene because he'd stand outside the door of the cinema while everybody was watching, and when everybody's screaming and and screaming and gasping, he's busy reenacting the stabbing actions outside of the cinema. It was very amusing. I recommend you watch that movie as well. But from all I've learned, yeah, it deserves to be in the list. It's one of those hallmarks that really started the whole horror movie.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing about great horror movies, right? In my opinion, anyway. Great horror movies are movies that where you think something like this could actually happen to you. I'll
Yeah.
tell you why. A movie like this where you're in the shower, right? You really don't know who might be out there. So
Mhm.
that works. The second one, for me, even though it's not really as realistic as it's supposed to be, but the thought of someone killing you while you're sleeping, Freddy Krueger, for me, was crazy, especially when it came out, because you're like, so are you telling me that if I sleep, this guy's gonna come and do his whole thing? You
Kill
know,
you in his dream. Kill you in your
in your
dreams.
dreams, like you're gonna have to sleep eventually. Your
Freddy
body has
Krueger's
to
never
give
caught
up.
the anime kid. I dare Freddy Krueger to come to my dream. The Super Saiyans you will see.
Mhm.
We shall
Anyway,
continue this.
You'll start hearing a flute and then tanga domain expansion.
Okay,
What
Oh,
happened,
man.
flute? You just hear that boss music from Dragon Ball Z when Goku was about to transform. Then you just see lightning. This is my dream, isn't it? You're in my
okay,
world, aren't you?
Tabelo, I have two questions for you. This is the
Hi.
questions that we normally ask. Question number one: does it deserve to be on this list? Do you think it should be higher or lower? That's the first question.
It's
Or
number
rather,
81, right?
uh, yes, number 81.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with its current ranking, and yeah, I do believe it deserves to be in the list.
All right.
Reasons? Oh,
So
should okay, I just ended it there. I was about to give you a few reasons why, but it's like I said, it started with a horror film. Like you said, it made horror relative. That's what scares people the most. Like to the example I wanted to give you was, to this day, we can't drive behind trucks that carrying logs
because
or
of Final
poles
Destination.
because
Yeah.
of Final Destination.
Yes.
I
Yes.
wanted to add that one onto my realistic things because a lot of those things, in terms of the movie, they seem unrealistic, like the wind blowing a cigarette to the thing, but that
Yeah.
is something that could happen. It's just
Yeah.
the movie probably just exaggerated a little bit, or like you tripping in the shower. How many times have we tripped in the shower and
Right.
and if you fall at the wrong angle, you break through the glass, something hits you, you gone. So there's a lot of things can happen. So in no, the Final Destination messed me up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to add, but if
No, but at some point it becomes baloi. At some point, these people are just falling in half for
No,
no
that's
reason,
what,
and
no,
it's just
I
like, you know what? It's like I think this is spirits now, because there was this one where there's this lady who balances on a beam or something,
oh
and
yeah,
like
that one.
basically the
Oh,
whole scene is like she's supposed to she's near missing everything. Then all of a sudden she falls and she's in half, and I'm like, what Final Destination was this?
because there was a
Who did
nail.
you
I
piss
remember
off?
the nail fell behind her foot, and you could see her twirling towards the nail that's pointed up. I was like, yeah, the anxiety that
Yeah.
that movie gave me.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, who's
Moving on.
next?
Zooks. Oh wait. Are you done, Tabelo? Is there
Yeah,
anything
no,
else
I'm
you
done.
wanted to?
I'm done.
Okay.
I'll try and behave. My
All
ADHD
right.
is being contained. I took my meds,
Okay.
even though they're not meds. But anyway,
Zuko, what do you think?
Yeah, I have watched this movie. I do remember I enjoy it, but like it's a fog right now.
Hmm.
We did watch it for film school. So a lot of the what makes it also one of the greatest movies is it basically started the thriller of horror, where everything is built up, the
That
doom doom.
suspense thing. Yeah.
The suspense, yes, that's the word I was looking for. It started the whole suspense of movies. So if you watch this movie, and then you think about all your favorite movie, you'll see like a lot of people took stuff from here. So this was basically a blueprint movie. So I would recommend. I should actually watch it again just to refresh the noggin. But yeah, dope movie. I do
does
remember
it
I enjoyed it because I got like an A for my report on it.
does it belong does it belong on
Nerd
the 100?
alert!
Does it belong on the 100 best films of all time?
Definitely, and simply because of the reason I stated, it's a blueprint. It's the movie that built thrillers and suspenses. So
Should it be number 81?
for now, I'll say it should be a bit higher because of its importance to the genre, but I don't know what else is coming. But I would think because of its importance, it could stand to be a smidgen higher.
All right. Do you have a favorite moment?
Just it was just like I said, I don't really remember it that well, but it was just always the anticipation. That's what I loved about it. Like you think something's gonna happen and then nothing happens, and then when you think okay nothing's gonna happen, then something happens. Like it was
Right.
just it played a nice cat and mouse with your mind.
It keeps you engaged.
So there's a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
subversions.
Okay. Rob.
My turn. Cool. I think a lot of it has already been said. I think I haven't had a chance to. Things I'm positive I've watched this movie when I was a kid. I just can't remember much of what happens.
What
But
childhood did you guys have?
Dude, like
Fun one. A fun one. VHS, bro.
It
But
seems like there's a
understand,
dividing
there was
line.
there was no
I had a
streaming
big
back
sister.
then. There was no
I-
streaming, and we had like limited available cassettes at limited VHS rental places. So you need to
My
understand.
parents were on me about everything that I watched. I didn't slip past nothing.
I watched
I
RoboCop.
basically had to confuse them.
I watched RoboCop at the theaters, and that was R21. Wasn't even 18. So my parents were pretty chill when it came to that. But yeah, as I was saying,
I was also at the cinema, and I was in primary, so we went as a class to primary there.
RoboCop 1.
Which black
I don't know which
parents
I
are
don't know which
these?
RoboCop it was, but I remember I watched no, it wasn't one. It wasn't one.
okay,
It was
okay.
like
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause I was
'Cause
gonna say-
every other one was childish, but
Yeah,
like
there's a
one
dividing
was
line.
wild.
One of the 1986 line is that dividing line then that says, okay, we raise them freely, or we're gonna be strict as all hell.
Right.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Rob, you were saying?
Point is, watched it young, but there were a few things I remember about it, but I will say, it's one of Hitchcock's. I swear that man is a film study in of himself. The fact that you never actually see her getting stabbed, the fact you never actually see her getting naked, the fact that you never, the fact that this man had so many rules, ironically, almost as many rules as there are today about getting cancelled, just in a different set of rules. If you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of rules that you can have to follow, but over there it was no, your movie gets cancelled, like literally. And he managed to work his way around it. Is hilarious, is amazing, and the fact that he still managed to make it impactful makes this highly valuable, great movie. I know, let me just say it's a masterpiece. But I honestly believe The Exorcist kind of held on to my memory a lot harder. I think both are slow build movies. But The Exorcist did more in my opinion. So I'm going to rank it. I'm going to push it down to like 83 and then push Exorcist up. Because I remember, I think we talked about me pushing Exorcist up last time.
The Exorcist was ranked lower than this.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Oh, I have a question for you, Rob. Before I ask you what your favorite moment was, do you think this one is better than Birds, or do you think Birds is better than this? And which one came first? Do you know?
This
came
because
after.
Birds was color. Birds was color. I remember that.
Oh, I thought Birds was black and white. It's color.
It's color.
Yeah.
Unless there's a black and white version, I don't know.
Oh.
But I'm
Oh
pretty
no,
sure it's
it
color.
it literally came after, because even at the end of the documentary of Hitchcock, he mentioned that people are asking whether he's going to do another movie, and he hinted about Birds, at the end of his at the end of the documentary. So I know that it definitely came afterwards. It most probably came immediately after this movie.
Not to be confused with Birdemic, even though they have similar ideas. And if anyone who knows what Birdemic is, but yeah.
Do you have a favorite moment?
No, I just like the historic genius of the shower scene. That's about it. So yeah, I'm gonna rank it about 85, I think.
Okay, cool. I know nothing about this film. I'm like Buckmeister. I've only seen clips from Watch Mojo or any other, maybe like What Culture, if I'm not mistaken. Just like these platforms that actually tell you about some of the greatest films ever made, but I haven't watched it. So we can move right along. Number 80, LA Confidential. This movie, everybody was raving about it when it came out. I don't know if you guys remember, but anyway.
I missed the hype, man.
Just a second, Kim. And also, basically, Bates Motel was
yes, Bates Motel
was based on. Bates Motel.
Oh yeah, and also the whole show
the series. It was based on this movie.
Is it?
Yes.
Not to go
LA
back.
Confidential.
No. Psycho.
Oh, okay.
Bates Motel was based on Psycho.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because of Norman Bates. Yeah.
Oh,
I see.
Just also another fun fact: the trope of having the crazy man talking to a skeleton of their loved ones came from this movie too, because Psycho.
LA Confidential.
Just
we're still on Psycho.
Oh, okay.
Just scroll up.
Let me just go back up
Scroll back up, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm saying. I was just saying that the whole psychopath who had his mom's skeleton dressed it up in his mom's clothes and kept on talking to it like he's the baby. It started from this movie. So when you ever see something crazy like that happen, just know they're referencing this.
See what I mean about how it was the foundation of a lot of things that it's.
What the hell was Hitchcock eating when he wrote this movie? What was he? What was going through his mind?
He had about a third of the mushroom of Tolkien.
Look, I'm not a big rugby fan, but to me he feels like the Rassi Erasmus of movies. Like he checks the rules. This is what you need, and he starts figuring out other ways. Like his talks about montage theory. He talks about so and so. Like this man managed to figure out, okay, here's XYZ. What else can I do? That's his genius, man.
And he has a wonderful cure for insomnia. Look it up.
By the way, before we go back to LA Confidential, I just want to say one thing. I don't know if you guys have seen this interview where they're interviewing him, but you can tell he is directing the interview because I think he looks in the mirror or something, or I don't remember what he was doing. Do you guys know the interview I'm talking about?
No.
Like he's actually, you know how in soapies you find that someone is talking to you and then they just suddenly stand up while they're talking, they're going to look at the mirror, or at the window outside or whatever. So he does
he's using blocking.
He's using blocking, but he does it before he sits down to talk to the interviewer. So you hear the interviewer before you see the interviewer. You only see Hitchcock from the side, like his iconic side view thing.
Yeah.
So he keeps talking, and then he goes to the table to sit down and talk to the interviewer, and then the interview continues. I'm like, did you tell these camera guys to follow your lead? How did that work? Because you're the one being interviewed here.
Robert Greene, for as controversial author he is, he did do a bit of a research on Hitchcock's methods, and he coined the term, that strategy that he uses as the detached Buddha strategy, where he seems by seeming unfazed around any circumstance, he's also directing all the angles around himself. So him being the center, like the detached Buddha that he is, has affected every single aspect around him in any given moment of time. It's like the prelude to Eisen. So I think it's in the.
That's interesting.
I will be the director under heaven.
Yeah,
wait, he didn't have hair.
It's like, have you seen that video of Scorsese's daughter, right? Where it's like she's trying to do a TikTok, and then Scorsese's in the background. No, you gotta have more energy. It's like trying to direct a TikTok.
Energy.
Yeah, Rob Reiner did something similar in New Girl, where he did something similar in where Jack Johnson was in front of the camera, and he is acting. By the way, Rob Reiner is acting. He's not directing. But he's the one telling Jake Johnson, dude, you're not supposed to stand here. You're supposed to stand here. Hey, you're blocking my view. Like, dog, get your director seat out of this. You're acting. You're not even directing this episode. Relax. You're acting. They hired you to be an actor, not a director.
Before we go into intense tangents, I was just like, remind me to send you a video clip about Max Shinoda and his daughter later.
Okay, next movie,
Oh, I
guys.
saw that one.
I saw
Guys,
that one. I
guys,
saw that one.
next
That was
movie.
hilarious.
Yo,
The audacity!
on